And welcome into the Paul Farrington Show. We finally returned. All four of us are here. Five of us here. Zach is back. Ziggy's back. Andrew, Jack, Paul Farrington, joining you guys from Zach's grandma's basement. As always, we have a new background that'll be up soon. We have this fresh wallpaper. I believe this is school photo wallpaper, Zach, right? That's what we got.
I guess. I don't know.
Supposed to be cloth.
New mic covers.
Some new decorations here.
Boys are back and better than ever.
Yeah. So and Andrew always questions how much we have to talk about. Ziggy, isn't there quite a bit going on in the National Football League right now?
I mean, this is one of the biggest moments in the NFL offseason is what's happening this week. A lot of trade conversations going on, a lot of anticipation. Some prospects are going to move up into the first round. Some are going to fall. It's a big week.
I'll be the first to say I'll say it now. I have no comments on an NFL Combine that has yet to happen.
It's March.
Yeah,
right? What do you mean has yet to happen? Today was the first day.
So exactly. I have no idea what's going on over there.
There was some big news from the Combine today with Jalen Carter.
That wasn't from the Combine. That's from the police.
From the police, but
no one's going to care.
Announced during the Combine. He was supposed to have a press conference. Jalen Carter apparently racing during the unfortunate car crash that killed two UGA affiliated. I think one player, one staff member, a manager.
Okay, I mean, I hope he falls to the Jets. He won't. But.
So yeah, it's a lot of questions up in the air around Jalen Carter. But
a lot of questions around UGA too. Having your recruiting staffers doing this with players.
Yeah, and Stetson Bennett had his episode after getting drunk and banging on doors at 7 a.m. So some weird stuff going on at UGA despite the national championship and some unfortunate, very tragic things. Did you guys see at all this Aaron Rodgers darkness retreat stuff going around?
It was incredible.
So I listened to his podcast. I believe it was with a guy named Aubrey Marcus. And it sounds unbelievable. Rodgers just walks into a room completely dark.
No social media,
for 4
no
days,
phone, nothing.
96 hours. He said he lit a candle, put his food on the bed, blew the candle out, and for the next 96 hours, he was just in a dark room walking around, bumping into things, meditating. Rodgers is really into all of this herbal treatment and kind of like, darkness retreats and things like that. I don't mind it. I know a lot of people think it's really weird. I think it's interesting why that he does this, but apparently his mind is cleared, and within hopefully the next few weeks he's going to make a decision on his NFL future.
Yeah, I mean, not something that I would personally do.
Could be fun,
but I mean, it could be interesting. It could be interesting. But I know he's super into that kind of stuff. That's what he needs. Get his mind right, get his mind at peace. I'm all for it. I'm not knocking.
Do whatever you got to do to come to the Jets.
I
couldn't care less about him. Go if you want to. Go to the bottom of the ocean. You want to go live in a plane for 24 hours. I don't care. Go do whatever you want.
Do what you got to do.
Who am I to judge?
He's getting his mind right. That's what he needs.
Too much ayahuasca though. You don't know. You don't know what the outcome of that's going to be.
It would be really funny if he had a camera on him during the entire darkness retreat, and you could just see. I'm just imagining him walking around trying not to bump into things. He said there was a hook sticking out in the room that he was worried he was going to run into the entire time.
I wonder what goes through his mind this entire time.
I don't mean to deflate you, Paul, but the room was dark, so the camera wouldn't be very interesting to watch.
You could have a night vision camera. Just see him walking around, trying not to bump into things. But anyway, it seems like he's got his mind in the right place now, which good for him. I'm not going to fault him for doing that.
I mean, you got to go into a dark room and do psychedelics for hours upon hours to think going to the New York Jets is a good idea.
Yeah, true. So I hope it worked.
Speaking of the New York Jets, so Andrew, we'll get your opinion on this here. Derek Carr met with the team on Friday. He's meeting with the team again. Today is Wednesday when we're recording. He's meeting with the team again today. Woody Johnson will be at that meeting. There's a lot of pressure from certain Jets fans that are saying...
Who?
I've seen Rich Eisen say it. I saw a lot of people on their Reddit
Don't
blogs.
listen to those beat reporters.
No. I'm just saying I went through their Reddit blogs and like comment sections on YouTube. Jets fans. A lot of pressure is put on the Jets right now from fans to take Derek Carr right now, get him while you can, and to avoid all this Aaron Rodgers nonsense. You think that's ridiculous?
Who are these people bidding, opening up their wallets and homes for Derek Carr?
Well, Derek Carr met with the Panthers. He met with the Saints.
Okay, go to the Panthers. Go. See ya. Why aren't they offering him then? Because they're all waiting. You wait until you see what dominoes falls with Aaron Rodgers. That's just what you do. So this is a non-story to me. He won't be signed before Aaron Rodgers gives a decision. Talk about it next week.
Well, I mean,
that's it. That's it.
You don't even. Well, but you have to think like Derek Carr is 31, Aaron Rodgers is 39. You have to
Stop.
at least consider the ages, right?
No.
You can get a good number of good years out of Derek Carr. Aaron Rodgers are getting maybe one for the next darkness retreat, decides he needs to retire.
I think we get Aaron Rodgers for 2 great years, and then hopefully this year when we draft Stetson Bennett in the 3rd round, he's ready to take over.
Oh,
I think I'd take Rodgers too in a heartbeat.
I think all of us on this podcast.
I'd rather have Jimmy G than Derek Carr.
I think all of us on this podcast would take Rodgers over Carr, except Ziggy's the only one I question.
Derek Carr, what was it, 9 years in Oakland or Las Vegas now, 0-1 in the playoffs? Yep, stay away from my team.
Yeah, there is literally no team that supported their quarterback less than Las Vegas.
Jimmy G.
If you look like the defense and the special teams.
So you wouldn't even want Derek Carr?
I mean, I'd want him over Zach Wilson.
Okay, what's the hierarchy for you?
Aaron Rodgers, then it's no one is within even the same stratosphere.
That's fine.
And then it's probably 2 would be trade up for the number 1 pick, Bryce Young. Then 3 would be
over Stroud, really.
Yeah, 3 would be Jimmy Garoppolo, 4 Derek Carr.
Okay. And then after that, it would just be any other rookie quarterback. Just find.
No, then it just literally at that point.
Baker Mayfield doesn't matter.
Yeah,
at that point you might as well play Zach Wilson.
Yeah. Okay.
No, not him. Anyone, but never again with him. He should never. I don't want him on the team, let alone on the field.
Big Daddy Flacco.
But look, for all
none of the guys who are in the locker room, get them all out.
Oh, I saw something that.
What happened to Mike White?
He's terrible.
The 3 quarterbacks
gets hurt every time he steps on the field. He cannot play.
Andrew, take a guess of quarterbacks who threw 175 passes or more last season. The 3 lowest in the NFL. Do you know who the 3 lowest quarterback ratings?
Zach Wilson.
And 1.
Joe Flacco.
2.
Mike White.
3.
Yeah, they're terrible. And we still won 7 games.
They had legitimately the worst passer rating quarterbacks in the NFL last season. That was
horrible. What do you mean you didn't know that? Did you watch one game? They're the worst team ever.
3. I don't know it was 1, 2, 3.
Out of 36 qualified
they have
quarterbacks.
studs all over the field on offense, and that's how bad they're like. It's you don't understand how good Garrett Wilson's going to be when he gets Aaron Rodgers.
So
2,000 yards.
For everybody all the Jets fans who do want Derek Carr, my thought on that is that
also I didn't say I want him if he's the last option.
No, but you want Rodgers first.
Yes.
But I'm saying for those Jets fans who want Derek Carr over Aaron Rodgers,
wasn't getting a call.
Oh, go for it.
Hello.
Yeah. He's just gonna take it.
Yeah.
It's just in.
I'll be right there. Guys, I gotta go. That's Coach Tomlin, and I have a workout tonight.
Oh, okay.
So
wait,
I'm dipping.
The Coach Tomlin?
Yeah, Mike Tomlin. Yeah,
Wow.
Jack is dipping from the podcast to go and work out for the Steelers. I'm not sure what position Jack would be.
Do you stay there or you move there now?
I think I just stay here.
That's fine.
I'm just saying there's a big opening in the Steelers organization after Brian Flores left. You never know.
He forgot his helmet though right here. Okay, so as I was saying for the Jets fans that want Derek Carr, the way that I see this is if you get Derek Carr, you're getting probably the 8th best quarterback in the AFC, maybe the 8th best. And I just don't think that that's going to be enough when you're going against Burrow, Mahomes, Allen. Sure, well, like we just said, they had the 3 worst quarterbacks in the NFL last season by passer
rating. You never know. Sometimes these guys go to different.
Elevates you, but doesn't the ceiling feel like the wild card round for a Derek Carr-led Jets team? Maybe the divisional.
But listen, you got a good defense. You got good playmakers. Once you get, like I've said from the time I've been in the seat, get in the playoffs and see what happens. So I get it.
That's all you guys want is to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, but hold on though. Is the 5th or 6th the best quarterback in the AFC really that much better than the 8th best?
I don't think so. I think there's a big drop off. Yeah, I would say
because here's you get Aaron Rodgers. You're getting the 5th best quarterback in the AFC.
No.
If he puts together an improved year from last year, 5th. If he doesn't improve, we could be talking 6 or 7.
Well, he's right about that, but I think that if
Mahomes, Rodgers.
I think that if Aaron Rodgers comes in with the right mindset on the Jets, I could see him becoming.
He will.
Yeah, third or fourth.
You don't you don't leave your team to go to a different team and just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna still loaf around. That doesn't happen. You need to change scenery. How many years has he been there?
No, he's been there, 19 years?
Yeah, I mean, come on. He needs to be rejuvenated.
I'm totally with it. If I were a Jets fan, it would be all in on Rodgers for me, and if we don't get him, I'd be really disappointed.
I think we can win a Super Bowl with Jimmy G, too.
The Matthew Stafford effect.
That's the problem is Jimmy G.
Yeah, see, but also what he said, Derek Carr could be.
Jimmy G's just going to get hurt.
No, Derek Carr and Matt Stafford to me are like the same exact
No, they're not the same. They're not the same. You had guys around the league saying Matt Stafford was one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL, just in the wrong situation in Detroit.
You'd better hope Derek Carr and Matthew Stafford are basically the same caliber. If that's the case, they should be getting Derek Carr right now.
If that were the case, if I were the Jets, I would go after him. If he was like,
well,
Matthew
they are
Stafford.
going after him.
If he was like Matthew Stafford, but I just think Derek Carr is, at this point, he's a great leader, great guy to have in the locker room, awesome face of the franchise. I just doubt. Look, he might come in and have a good season too, because Derek Carr is a very talented quarterback. I just don't think that I think the ceiling with him is the division.
I don't know. Listen, like
Rodgers
I said,
makes you a Super
I'm pretty
Bowl
sure.
contender.
Again, it's been a couple of weeks, and I've tried to block out all that Jets nonsense. But I'm pretty sure it was if the Jets scored more than 22 points a game, they would have been 13-4 or 12-5. So that's a 5 seed. Do what you do.
Yeah. So
I got a question.
go ahead.
Do you think coaching has a lot to do with Derek Carr? It seemed.
Yeah.
Well, he's had the worst coaches ever.
I don't think enough people are talking about how bad of a coach Josh McDaniels is.
Because it seemed under Gruden, when Gruden was there before everything went down, he had the best season he's ever had.
He
And
came
now-
on.
and then you bring in Josh McDaniels, and then he has the worst season he's ever had.
And who was the coach that he had at the end of last season when they made their run for the playoffs?
Bisaccia?
Yeah, Bisaccia. Carr was
He
awesome.
should have been the coach.
Oh, at the end of the year, Bisaccia was great, and Carr was awesome, and they led them on that run into the playoffs. So you're right. He should have been the coach.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, I can't comment until I hear Aaron Rodgers. Then we'll reevaluate.
Well, yeah, we're waiting on Aaron Rodgers, and it would be smart, and I think the Jets are going to wait on him.
Oh, yeah,
if
100%.
anything, if that's what all.
I mean, I'm
reports
nervous. I didn't know about this Johnson
No,
getting
he's good.
into
Woody
the action.
Johnson's-
Keep him away.
No, that's
No.
what makes me raise my eyebrows about it.
You just need him to sign the check.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So keep him away. Keep him in where was he? Wait, yeah. Woody was the one who was in. He's been the ambassador to what was it? London, Britain, whatever the hell it was under Trump. Keep him across the pond.
No, who knows? Maybe by Thursday, Derek Carr is to the New York Jets is gaining some more steam.
And again, they probably know though. The Jets probably know already because Rodgers is out. I'm
yeah,
sure
you
there's talks.
know, especially
I know
too,
we don't know, but they probably.
What was
know.
it? LaFleur was LaFleur Salah's best man? One way or the other. The
They're
two
all
of them
very good friends.
are very close. So
Yeah.
there's no way the Jets are not going to
Yeah.
carry through this process with
Yeah.
due diligence. Ziggy, I wanted to ask you about this. We were talking about this last night, Andrew, Jack, and I. Justin Fields and Bryce Young, the Chicago Bears, there's a lot of talk about what they're going to do with the number 1 pick. It looks like Chicago's going to be trading it away. That's what everything is leaning towards that at the moment. Go ahead. It looks like you wanted to jump in.
Here's what the talk should be. The talk should be where they trade down to 2, 4, or 8. That's
Yeah,
the only
I agree,
conversation to be had.
but the conversation that's going around the media right now is, would you rather keep Justin Fields or potentially look and take one of these rookies like Bryce Young, who seems to be the number 1 pick in the draft right now?
Oh, do you remember right when the season ended, I said what's going to happen is the Bears are going to start leaking to the media. They're thinking about taking Bryce Young, and everyone's going to be talking about it, even though everyone
It's a great
knows this won't
conversation
happen.
topic.
And people laughed at me, right? It's like, no one would believe for a second that the Bears are going to do this. And now the wheels are going to start spinning. People are going to start talking about it. But look, Justin Fields is a better prospect than any of these guys. He did all right in the NFL this season. The Bears have a million holes that they can patch up with this number 1 pick, whether it's taking a stud or trading. For like a 5'10", 190-pound guy who, frankly, just his college tape isn't any better than Fields'
Well,
no way.
I'm not really buying into the narrative that everyone's building around Bryce Young, that he's going to get hurt immediately
Yeah, that's crazy.
because of his frame. I think he's an unbelievable
He also
quarterback.
doesn't run. If you watch
He's a
Alabama
scrambler.
play,
He's a
he
scrambler.
is,
He's
but
bad.
he's not like.
He stands in the pocket and take hits.
No, he doesn't. I'm saying like he doesn't run, like he's not doing design runs, getting killed.
He's not like Lance or Fields.
Yeah, that's
or
what I'm
Hurts
saying.
or any
So
of
I don't
those
think
guys.
he's gonna. I think he's gonna be fine.
No, I go. Sorry, Zach.
He's like Mahomes. Mahomes doesn't really have
Well,
a
I do think that Bryce Young has a little bit of that magic to him. That
No,
you
he's
do see.
fantastic.
He makes plays consistently during games where he's it looks like he's going to run, but then he'll do a little flip, or he always has his eyes downfield. Where Justin Fields, I was going back and watching some of his his tapes yesterday.
He calls heights, waits 1 second, and runs.
As soon as he starts to get a little pressure, Fields takes off, and I think that's a place where he could really improve this offseason is, a little quicker in your decision making, but then also keep your eyes downfield.
Again, his
and make
O-line was
plays.
terrible, and he had the worst wide receivers ever.
If he improves as a passer, he's going to be absolutely dynamite next season because he's one of the best playmakers in the league, period, regardless of position. I still think that he had good enough of a season where if you're Chicago, you have to keep him. You can't move off Justin Fields.
And if he stinks, next year there are more interesting quarterbacks, right? You got Drake May, you got Caleb Williams. both of whom are better than anyone in this draft.
Wait,
I just
Andrew has quite the take on Caleb Williams. I don't know if you stand by it. Maybe you're a little buzzed when
I
you said
100% stand by it.
Oh, okay. Please inform.
I
Ziggy.
said I would take Caleb Williams over every single quarterback in the NFL outside of Mahomes.
Ziggy's process.
are we giving him the rookie deal?
Yeah.
Yes,
of course.
he agrees.
Then
He's
yeah,
a
I don't
smart
think
man.
that's crazy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's a hot take.
Like if I had the number one pick, so say, I'm trying to think. Yeah, okay. So say I was who's going to be?
Say you're the Jets next season. You're
Yeah.
the
So
number one
say
pick
the
in
Jets,
draft.
you're the number one pick.
You roll with Wilson this year. You stink.
Like if
Number
the
one pick.
Bengals called and said we'll give you Joe Burrow over the number one pick straight up, I say no. If we'll give you Josh Allen for the number one pick, I say no. The only
All those
person
guys
who
are
I
getting
accept,
huge contract extensions.
Okay, but I'm
No, he agrees with you.
Yeah,
I'm saying that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting paid huge money. You're getting Caleb Williams cheap for 5 years.
Yep.
It reminds me of. Did you guys ever see the
Mahomes? I say yes.
Well, Mahomes, yeah. Mahomes could win with anyone.
He's amazing.
Did you ever see the 2003 draft for the NBA when they sat down, whoever the Cavaliers GM was at the time, and he said, "Would you trade this pick for anybody in the NBA?" And he went, "Oh, absolutely not."
Well, yeah, and then look how smart that was.
Oh no, it was. That's kind of what you reminded me of right there. I like Caleb Williams. I think he'll be a great quarterback, and a lot of people that I work with at the volume gush over him. They just think he's the best. A lot of them talk about him being one of the best quarterback prospects they've ever seen. Probably because he is. Just wow, that's a lot.
And he runs.
Like in the NFL.
I know he got hurt in that game, but he
plays like Mahomes. He waddles like Mahomes.
But he's faster. Like he can run. He breaks. Like Mahomes runs, but he'll get tackled like after like 8 yards because people will catch up to him. Williams separates. The dude's phenomenal.
I do think him and
he has a rocket.
Oh, he does. Him and Bryce Young though both have that magic element to their game.
Except Caleb Williams, 6'4", 240.
Except
I don't know
Williams
what his actual size
is. A much better mold for a quarterback.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think to put a bow on this Justin Fields situation here, I definitely think if you're Chicago, if he's going to be great anywhere, it needs to be in Chicago. If you trade him off somewhere and he becomes the next star in this league, it's too big of a risk. And again, you could get Will Anderson.
Well, also kind of good.
Packages.
Like if Fields is bad next year, like the Bears don't have this amazing team, they'll be in the top 3 picks again. So then he would just draft one of these guys.
Yeah. So I have a feeling he's going to take a step forward. So I do like Justin Fields as well. As we move forward, though, Ziggy, I know you wanted to hit on a couple of these topics here with the combine. Anthony Richardson's getting a lot of hype, the quarterback from the University of Florida. He has all the measurables, 6'4", about 240 pounds. This guy runs all over the place, got a cannon for an arm. And there's been some recent mock drafts. I believe it was CBS Sports that had him going number 1 overall in the entire draft, over Bryce Young, over CJ Stroud, over Will Levis, who I'm not too big of a fan of. Is it insane, Ziggy, to have Anthony Richardson as the number 1 overall player on your big board?
There are 2 ways of interpreting this question. One is it insane to think an NFL GM could do this? And the answer is no. Right? We've seen these NFL GMs like to think of these quarterback picks as lottery tickets. It just is the case that Anthony Richardson has the highest upside of any of these guys. So, like, sure, I can absolutely see someone, they decide he's the guy, he impresses them just enough in the drills, whatever. There's another way of taking the question. Is this, in fact, insane? And the answer is yes. Look, quarterbacks do not get more accurate in the NFL. This basically never happens. And people will say, yeah, Josh Allen did it. There's no second case.
Well, wait,
we haven't seen something.
How about Jalen Hurts? Jalen Hurts improved.
No, he was accurate.
He was accurate.
No, Jalen Hurts was perfect. Like, he was perfectly accurate at Oklahoma. Right? It's improved a little bit.
He got a lot better as a passer this year.
He completed 70% of his passes at Oklahoma. He completed 73% of them at Alabama.
What was his first season? Jalen Hurts is 1,000 times better than Anthony Richardson.
Well, no, we're talking a difference. Anthony Richardson completed 52%. We're talking a difference of 20%.
I know there's a big difference, but I'm saying people improve as passers in the NFL. I guess if you're going to harp on accuracy, then
not on that level. People who haven't been able to throw it in college don't suddenly figure out how to throw it in the NFL, right? Jalen Hurts' accuracy numbers.
Apparently, his mechanics are wildly off right now. So I'm sure that there are coaches who are going to talk themselves into saying that. Yeah, I can fix that.
Sure you can. People will say stuff like that.
4.
That's apparently where I heard he's going. But
the Colts
that's what my
sources
are telling me.
The Colts. I think the Colts are going to 1 to get Bryce Young. If I had to put money on it right now, I would say Indy's picking number 1.
Well, unless, like you just said, the GM talks himself into thinking Anthony Richardson is great, and we just sit here and pick him.
So, go ahead, Ziggy. Would you like to finish that thought you were having?
He reminds me a lot like a better prospect version of Malik Willis. I honestly think Anthony Richardson's getting a lot of hype right now. I don't think he's going in the top 10. I'm not sure he's going in the top 20.
See,
I think that
I take a different approach from you there. I think that there's going to be that crazy hype, and he's going to wind up going in the top 10. I'd be stunned.
Didn't
if
people
he's
say
not
about
top 10
Malik
pick.
Willis, Paul?
Malik Willis was terrible this year. Malik
Willis. What was the
Control.
basic problem with Malik Willis? He never showed that he could play football at the college level, even though he had all sorts of measurables.
Yeah, but
What's
he was
the
playing
problem
at
with
Liberty. Anthony Richardson's playing at Florida. People are going to talk about that.
Richardson played 12 games.
People are going to talk about that.
50% of his
people are going to
passes.
talk about the highlights.
You know what should happen? Anthony Richardson should just realize he's not a quarterback and just become Taysom Hill, and he'd be amazing.
The Taysom Hill
if
gadget
Anthony-
player, I just don't think that's.
Become Taysom Hill. He'll be Taysom Hill in 3 years.
Compare this guy to
A-
Lamar
Anthony
Jackson
Richards-
At this point.
Anthony Richardson is who people think Lamar Jackson is.
That's what it
Anthony
sounds like.
Richardson, actually, I did see
He's terrible.
someone compared him to Taysom Hill, and I just don't think I don't think you want that as a prospect.
Why?
Taysom Hill comes in
People-
every once in a while.
Imagine the
has big
Eagles had Anthony Richardson running jet sweeps.
games. How often is he going to be playing?
Yeah, we use it for 10 plays. That could win you a Super Bowl when you're that good.
That's not really fair to Anthony Richardson. Then Taysom Hill
No, Taysom
had
Hill
a
can't
million knee
throw a
injuries, and his arm is nothing
can't throw a
like this.
football.
Anthony Richardson will never be a good NFL quarterback. There you go, on the record. He stinks.
Well, he's just
All right.
here's the
I've watched
question.
him
you gotta-
play.
Yeah.
Like, he's bad, man.
The highlights
He
are really
misses.
good.
No, yeah, okay. The highlights of him breaking tap. Like I've seen him sit in the pocket and throw the ball like and hit someone in the stands. He's terrible.
I mean, that's why they call it a highlight video, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah, but his
You
highlights are a
know,
lot better
whose
than other
highlights
people's.
looks great? Zach Wilson. He's the worst. He is
Zach
the
Wilson's
worst
work.
football player I've ever seen.
6'4", 240. People are gonna drool over him. He'll go before 8 or above.
I've also never understood, like, I saw this clip today of him like doing an in between the legs dunk. I don't know if you saw it. And people-
Richardson.
yeah. And people were like, "Oh my God, this guy's going to be a stud in the NFL." What does that have to do with anything?
You see him do his gymnastics before the games.
Yeah,
He
so
does, like,
what?
the
I don't
backflip and all
care.
that. No, he's a freak athlete, and people are gonna look at him, and some coach is gonna say, "I can fix that." And if you're able to, yeah, you're gonna get someone
it's
like
gonna be
Cam
one-
Newton.
I think it's gonna be one of
What?
those teams that
Here's-
have like an older quarterback, and they're looking for the future.
Sure. Go ahead, Ziggy.
Here's the question to ask yourself: who are the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL? Here's just a basic list. You got Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow,
Aaron
Justin
Rodgers,
Herbert, Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson,
Trevor Lawrence.
There's two.
Tua, Trevor Lawrence, Geno Smith, if you want.
Rumors of a Geno
every-
Smith reunion with the Jets. I also heard today.
No, look.
yeah.
Who else do you
Kirk-
think?
Kirk
You can have
Cousins.
Dak
Cousins.
Prescott.
Kirk Cousins is
you can have
nowhere
Kirk
near
Cousins.
the top 10.
Kirk Cousins
here's
is
my
number 10 for me.
point.
No
Here-
way.
no, stop.
Go ahead,
Here's
let
the
him
point.
finish. Go
Here's the
ahead, Ziggy.
point. Besides Josh Allen, every single one of those players put together an excellent season at a top college program. Like by top, I don't necessarily mean like Bama, but like a D1 quality college program in a Power 5 conference. Jared Goff, every single one of these guys who's been successful, with the lone exception of Josh Allen. So the question is, do you believe so much in yourself that you can repeat a freak one-off incident? I don't think I don't see it in Richardson. We haven't seen anything good out of him.
I think that when you compare like Malik Willis didn't have put together a great season, but I do think that
He stinks.
He
He
transferred
put together
from,
a much better season than anything
at
Richardson
Liberty
ever
though,
did.
at Liberty, and that's because he couldn't win the job at Auburn. And the way he plays is just a lot different from Anthony Richardson. I don't think that that's a great comparison between the two of them. Again, I'm not saying
You're right.
Anthony Richardson,
Anthony, you're right. Malik Willis actually threw for a lot of touchdowns, not a lot of interceptions.
At Liberty.
Put together
At
multiple good
Liberty.
seasons.
at Liberty. Big difference. Big difference
Listen.
from playing in the SEC. Look, Anthony Richardson might not develop into a great quarterback in the NFL, but I'm saying the potential is clearly there, and someone's going to take him in the top 10.
His the other, and again, I don't want to harp on this too much. Again, wait for the combine, but that other guy, you know him, Levis.
Yeah, Will Levis.
Is even worse.
I think Ziggy, you like Will Levis.
I
don't
said
you?
last night I wouldn't even draft Will Levis. 7 rounds.
mean-
He would not be. I wouldn't pick him. 200. How many is it? 249. 30 times.
Ziggy, I
It's
thought you
something like
liked
that.
Will Levis.
I will like Will Levis more than Anthony Richardson, but I think in a sane world, neither of them is being considered taken before 30 or 31. The only reason you even take him there is the 5th-year option.
Yeah, Will Levis, if he had come out after what was he last year? Junior or was he a senior?
Doesn't matter.
It was his. I think it was his junior.
I can't remember, but anyway, this season definitely some regression from Will Levis, and I would take Anthony Richardson over him just because from Levis, it just seems to me that he doesn't have the same wow plays that Richardson has. Between the two of them, he's a little more accurate, definitely a better passer. But the potential of Richardson I like more than Levis, especially given the seasons they had last year. So yeah, I agree with you. And in an ideal world, I don't think either of them probably go before 20. But teams talk themselves into quarterbacks. Carson Wentz before the draft, he was going to go in the teens, rose all the way up to 2. Baker Mayfield rose all the way up. Kyler Murray, I believe, was being mocked in the early 2nd round at one point.
He stinks.
And he rose all the way up to 1.
And look what happened.
Well, that's the thing, though. These quarterbacks, they rise. As you get closer and closer to the draft, they're going to keep going up. So I think you're looking at 4 quarterbacks in the top 12, top 10. And we'll see. We'll see. I like Stroud and Bryce Young more than everyone.
Young, and Richardson are a lock to go top 10.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. I would agree.
And then Levis, you'll see.
So, and for the Jets, though, you really aren't interested in a young quarterback anymore, right? You're
No,
done with that?
I mean, I am. I am. I want Bryce Young. I think he's fantastic.
Well, no, I mean, you're not going to get Bryce Young.
I take CJ Stroud, but I don't want Will. I don't want one of these project guys who we have to pick 11th.
Yeah,
you don't have the time for that.
You want Derek Carr over Richardson or Levis?
1,000,000%.
Okay.
I want
Carr.
anyone over those 2.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? You know what would happen too.
I'd be fine if they say they draft Anthony Richardson 13th.
Oh,
but
you know what happens.
But no. But they keep their pick, and they get Rodgers. They trade whatever next year's first, second, whatever. And I'm fine with that. Throw him on the bench for a year. Okay, whatever. But no, I don't
trade 2 or 3 seconds for Rodgers.
Yeah. I don't have any desire to show up to MetLife Stadium this year and watch Anthony Richardson be QB1. No.
Okay, you know that the Jets would mess him up too.
No. Yeah.
Almost immediately.
Well, I already told you we're gonna get Rodgers. We're gonna be 4-0, broken leg. That's what's gonna happen. Wilson's gonna trot in there because he's gonna be our backup for some reason, even though he can't play. Season down the drain. I'm telling you, you already know what's happening.
But look, with Aaron Rodgers, I love the Jets this year. With Aaron Rodgers, I love them. Not quite sure with everyone else. But yeah, as we get closer and closer to the draft, we're gonna have some fun here. Probably do a mock draft at some point. Ziggy and I have done that in the past before, and we're pretty accurate. I remember you had that Joe Tryon pick, 2 years ago? I think you mocked him to Tampa Bay. That was an unbelievable selection.
He was good, man. I mean, he ended up being mediocre.
I don't even know who that is.
Joe Tryon.
He was a 1st-round edge rusher.
Right?
Yeah, 6'5", 260. I want to say.
The guy with the 2 last names, Tryon.
Tryon Shonika.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. We were doing a mock draft at Notre Dame, and Ziggy out of nowhere goes, the 32nd selection. I have Tampa Bay taking Joe Tryon. I'm like, what are you talking about? Draft night. Lo and behold, Joe Tryon becomes a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. But yeah, we'll do some of that.
I'm excited for the draft. Listen, the Jets. Joe Douglas knows how to draft every position besides quarterbacks and offensive linemen. It was somehow the only 2 positions that he's supposed to be a part of. But whatever.
So yeah, so as we get closer and closer, we'll continue. It's going to be a fun offseason for this show, at least, because the Jets seem to be the center of the offseason at the moment. And that, of course, bodes well for Andrew. Maybe not for his mental health, but for his rising media stardom.
Listen, if we get Aaron Rodgers, the jersey will be ordered that same day.
Oh, it'll be framed right there.
No, it'll be
There'll
on
be 2.
me.
There'll be one on you, one there.
I will be wearing it for 7 months straight, and I will be at game 1 no matter where it is.
Unbelievable. So we'll wrap this show up. Again, the NCAA tournament's right around the corner. Last year, our good friend Tom Caffrey won the Paul Farrington Show Bracket Challenge. He has a shirt. We'll show you Tom in his shirt. It looks great.
We have a shirt?
Oh, we have a shirt. We have a shirt.
What do you mean, do we have a shirt?
So when I win this year, I get a shirt.
You get a shirt, yeah. Anyone who wins, free to enter. Winner gets a shirt, maybe even a hat, too. We were tossing around some prize ideas. But the bracket challenge is going to be released soon, and it should be fun. Jack has been hot this season in college basketball. The system has been hot in college basketball. So we'll see exactly.
All I'm going to say is that none of that matters when it comes to
the tournament. Nothing matters. The tournament is all luck. All luck.
No, I won't say all luck, but there's no like system to follow. I don't think.
Like,
No, it's
what
chaos.
you're gonna pick the road dog
No.
or the home dog in the tournament? Really?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Ziggy, real quick before we go, what are the chances you're taking UVA?
UVA stinks.
Okay.
Have you seen this?
They're
going
going
to
lose in the first round.
They were a lock for a 3 seed, and right now they're looking like a 9 or a 10 seed.
Wait,
they lost by Boston.
No.
Their net rating is below 40 now.
But they're not going to be a 9 or a 10. No way.
Do you mean they
They
look
lost
like a
by
9? Do you mean they're playing like a 9 or a 10, or do you mean that they are
No,
actually
they'll be like a
going to
5, dude.
UVA will
Honestly,
be a
I don't know
500
what to
win.
think about UVA anymore. They lost by 15 to Boston College.
Oh, so
after-
you've completely abandoned ship.
I'm gonna pick them probably,
You're
but
all
this
in on-
team.
You're all in on the Notre Dame win the ACC tournament and spark a run.
Hold on. What are they in the AP poll right now, Virginia?
UVA.
They're 13th, dude. They're not getting ranked.
Look at the advanced stats.
They're not
It's
getting
bad.
ranked 3
Hey,
spots lower.
He's pessimistic.
Okay,
He's
dude.
pessimistic.
Could you imagine a 13th? I know the AP poll means nothing, but if they're
No, I
13th in
can't.
the AP poll, they cannot be a 10 in March. It makes just no sense. They'll
Look,
be a
Z-
5.
Ziggy calls it as he sees it.
They'll be a 5.
Look, it's.
It's ugly down there.
Do you know what UVA's Ken Palm is right now?
What is it?
39.
Okay.
They're between Nevada and Memphis.
Okay, Ken Palm doesn't, decide the seats.
I kind of like the 5 right now. I see them as a 5, and they're going
They're
to be
gonna be a
a
5.
big upset pick against the 12. And Ziggy will have them going all the way.
This team is either like UVA just is like watching them play basketball is incredibly painful. I don't know if you've ever seen a UVA
No,
basketball
they're terrible.
game.
Didn't they score 45 points when they lost to whoever they lost to? 48 or something?
Yeah, against Boston College.
Yeah, they're terrible. And then they got ran out of the building by UNC.
Yeah. So keep the NCAA tournament bracket in the back of your mind. We'll be releasing that. We'll let you know on Instagram and all other platforms. Again, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. It means a lot to us. And Monday, we'll be recording for a Tuesday release with one of Jack's good friends, Ben Stevens from Sports Grid, a respected and very good broadcaster for the Sports Grid Network, where Jack formerly worked. So,
Hopefully we could get him in the bracket challenge.
oh yeah, hopefully I'm sure we could get Ben in it. But Ben, from what I've heard from Jack, is quite the square better. So we could be expecting a Kansas selection from Ben.
Oh, there might be a Kansas. I'm not a square, and I might be picking Kansas.
Kansas is phenomenal.
I don't think that's square. I think square is Houston or Alabama.
Or Kansas. All right.
No,
so-
Alabama is going to get the hardest bracket in the history of the NCAA tournament because they just want Bama gone ASAP. They're going to do whatever they can to stack it against Bama.
Maybe your ridiculous 8 seed for Virginia. They'll put them at 8 right next to Bama.
I can see it.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be unbelievable. All right, we'll see you on Tuesday for the Paul Farrington Show. Thanks again to
Tuesday?
Ziggy,
Okay.
Andrew, Zach Bloomquist, Jack Weinberger somewhere. We'll see you later.